Ever since the Enlightenment and well before, artists have actually been tricking us. They trick our eyes. Here on a flat piece of board, an artist is showing us the illusion of space. It looks like we're looking through a window and there's people nearby, and far away there's a building. How do they do this? They have a bunch of tricks up their sleeve. There's dark shadow and highlights to show that something is round and light is shining on it. There are these lines on the sidewalk that get skinnier and skinnier and closer together as they get far away. These people are overlapping the background, and they're big and vibrant, which makes our eye think they're close. So there's actually 6 ways that we figured out to kind of trick people. These spheres on the lower part of the page look closer than the spheres on the back part of the page. There's shading to show that something is 3D. There's overlapping to show that something might be near. We can use size. We can use value and focus, which means things get far away, get faint. And linear perspective is like how we would show a sidewalk or a road get skinnier in the distance. So this is OpArt. OpArt said, yes, we are showing you that a flat surface can bend, it can recede, which means go back, it can protrude, which means stick out in front of you. This is by Bridget Riley. In the 1960s, people wanted to see if they could create optical illusions with mathematical precision. They wanted it to be simple. A lot of the op art from the 60s was black and white. It was not made using a computer, but instead people painstakingly painted lines and cubes and squares so that the viewer would be sucked in or pushed out by their painting. This is Bridget Riley standing around some of her work. And this is another picture of her with one of her wavy op art illusions. This is just made by the spacing and the shape of the lines that she made. It kind of works the same way on fabric. People even use op art to make themselves look thinner, or people use contouring and shading to make their face look the way they want. So we're going to be inspired by the cubes that are down in this piece of op art. A cube looks like a cube to us because it has different shading on each side, a dark, a medium, and a light. And the art that we're going to create, we get to make tints of great colors to show a series of stacked boxes. The first step is to use the template at your table to get your honeycomb or your hexagon shapes placed on your paper. You trace it at least 2 times to get the general lines. Notice it had to fit into itself down below. And then make sure that you have at least of these 3 zigzag lines across your entire paper. You'll make vertical lines so that there's individual hexagons. And then you'll use a ruler to extend lines down in and make the tops of your box. So here's each hexagon with a box top in it, made by extending the lines down into a corner. And then you'll add the last vertical lines from the tips of the box down to the next line. So that's the main thing we'll be working on today. You could even use a really ghostly light pencil to start to label which side is dark, which side is medium, and which side is light. Later on, we'll be painting them by mixing our own colors and filling the space however you like. This one was done with really warm colors. This one was done with just black and white and gray. This one was done with some cool colors. Everyone's will look a little bit different, but we'll get that chance to try tricking the eye.